Well, hello and good evening. Welcome. It's Ruth here at artfulstampin.co.uk. So, are you ready to make a card with me? We're going to be doing the fault line style card. That's the main title I've seen for this card recently. It's popped onto my feed on YouTube and a few other places recently, and it is really lovely, and it's much easier probably than you think it is. I did it with my ladies this morning, and might have had a couple of little hiccups, not quite getting the direction right to tear it, but I'm hopefully going to explain it super easily and well so that you'll pick up on it and be able to get really great results with it. So hello and welcome if you're watching on the live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry I didn't go live last night. I was just finishing off getting ready for my class today, and we had fun. So it was worth it. It was worth it, and it was lovely to see all the ladies after Christmas and New Year. So hello if you were there at that class. All right, so I'll show you the one that I made as my sample. Now, the one I made as my sample is slightly different to the one my ladies made, because at one point in the week I thought I was going to get possibly 12 people coming, and I don't know if they're... Oh, I'm cutting in and out. Go back out and come back in, because my earpiece it's working. Anyone else having sound issues? Just Kim in Texas. I don't think I have connection issues. I'll double check. No, I've got an excellent connection. All right, just go back out and come back in. So what was I saying? Yes, so at one point about a day or so ago, I thought, oh my goodness, I might have 12 people. Now, for those of you who actually run card classes, you will know that like 12 is this like magic number. Well, 4, 8, 12 is this magic number, because often when it comes to prepping for classes, cutting your paper up, especially 12 by 12, into a piece of 12 by 12 cuts into 6 pieces for a card front really easily. So of course, usually you get two of the one style in a pack of paper. So 12 is your limit, but then if you're going to have one as your sample card, 11 is your limit. So I had to make my sample card using some alternative paper, just in case I had the full quota of 12 people turn up. Anyway, sorry, I'm just explaining my day. This is the trials of being a card tutor. Anyway, let's get on with it. So who has actually seen people demonstrate this? The first card I saw demonstrated was by the lovely Laurie Goodwin. Shout out to Laurie. I met her very briefly in New Orleans, and she's absolutely lovely, and she explains it really beautifully. Who just sang 8 is the magic number? Yeah. Oh, who sang that? No, I don't know, Kim. You'll have to answer that one. Right, let's say a quick hello then to the folks on the live. I can see that you're all kind of going, coming in from. Hi, Susan, Anne, Kim, Heather, Deb, Lisa, Bonnie, Heather, Leslie, Very Beautiful. Hello, Very Beautiful. Hello, Sheila, Vicky. Good timing, just finished vacuuming. Awesome. You can come round to mine afterwards if you want. You watched her last night and you gave it a try. Awesome. Great. Okay. So the ingredients you will need. So this is the card. Sorry, this is the one that I showed my ladies. But the one they made was actually based on slightly different measurements. Theirs reached to the edge of the card rather than having a gap like mine, because I forgot that I designed it that way, and then when it came to doing my sample I did it a little bit wrong. Well, not wrong, just different. Anyway, let's have a look at what I've got here. So I would suggest that if you're wanting to make quite a few of these and you're making it out of 12 by 12 paper, and you want to get a few out of the 12 by 12, the optimum shape or the optimum size is to make a either a 4-inch wide card or let me just double check that in terms of UK measurements. Sorry, let me just. So yeah, so I would say that if you don't want the edge to it, do it as either a 4-inch or 10 centimeter wide card. If you do want the little margin going around the edge, then do it as a 4¼ or a 10½ centimeter card. So this one measures 10. The card base measures 10 by 14½. But if you're in the US, you'll probably do yours at 5½. But that's by the by. Then what you need to do is decide what is going to be inside your fault line. So this is where it just takes a little bit of planning, because in my mind you need to have some different contrasts happening so that each layer will sing. You want levels of contrast. So I've got here a dark like wood background, and the one I gave my ladies was this one, and then they had a choice to use this panel. So I think one lady used it with this one, and it did turn out really pretty. Then what you need to do, so this is cut to 4×4 or 10×10. All right, so whatever the width is here, that is the size that you want to cover that. Then you need whatever the color of DSP, whatever DSP you want as your little piece that's going to just show this little slither, that also needs to be the same size. So that will be either 4×4 or 10×10. Then you need to cut the top panel, whatever you choose that to be, 4 inches, no, let's do it that way, 4 inches wide, okay, but it needs to be a little bit shorter. So because I'm going really by centimeters, because this is 10×10, this is 10×9. But if you're going to do it in inches, I would say that's 3½. Around, yeah, 3½ inches. Okay, so it's 4×3½. Okay, so it has to be the same width or length, depending on how you look at it, but you've got to be able to lay it over the top with a gap, with a little bit showing on either edge, and that's really, really important. So I'm about to show you something really super technical now, so I hope you're all like sitting, watching, you're all concentrating really hard about, because I'm about to do something really complicated. Okay, so you need to hold the 2 layers of paper together, the top and the bottom, whatever's going to be your top and bottom layer. You've got to hold them together so that you can see a slither either side of your top panel. Then what you're going to do is, if you want to sort of mark it with your nail, that's fine, but roughly 1/3 of the way across at the top left. This is because I'm right-handed. If you're left-handed, you may want to go from there to there, but because I'm right-handed, I tend to tear from there to there. So I want to go from about there, a third in, to about 1/3 from the bottom right. So I'm just going to tear. Now, some of my ladies said, oh, do I need to do it in a funny, jittery, do it jaggedy? And I said, you don't have to. You don't have to, because if you're a bit worried about this process, you don't want something else to think about. So just think about the tearing. So literally just tear it, and that is it. All right. You all with me so far? I hope you were able to cope with that real super technical bit then. So then, if you're not super confident, like doing the whole rolling technique, like just having it in your hands and doing it, that's fine. What you can do is you can wait, all right? You don't have to do it straight away. What you do first of all is you stick down the panel that's going to be on the inside of your card, or the fault line rather. and you stick that in the middle of your card base. Oh no, I want it that way. I don't know. I just feel that wood grain should go up and down, not side to side. On this card anyway. Okay, so I'm doing edge to edge. Hi, Audrey. Sorry, phone dropped on my face twice. Shaz, you need to get one of those like holder things that you can clip to the bed and you just lie there. Actually, I'm sure you got one of those. Did you say you had one of those? Hi, Laurie. You're welcome. I didn't realise you were Lighthouse Stamping with Lorraine was Laurie. How did I not know that? Hi, Margine. Am I being really dumb? How did I not know that? Oh, you're not Lorraine. Sorry, I'm getting really confused then. Because you said thank you. All right, okay, I'm going to take all that back. I thought Lorraine was saying that she was Laurie. She's not Laurie. She's just saying thank you for the shout out. Okay. So I had one of those weird brain moments. Okay, right, back to the video. Right, so now what you do is you get those pieces that you cut and you take the bottom layer and you're going to stick that down first. Now, my suggestion is that you do not put glue right up to this edge. All right, if anything, you want to deliberately not put glue there because we want to be able to fold it back later. So I'm just popping that on. Oh, I feel like I'm going to have to do a little bit of snipping later. My brown is overhanging a little bit there. And then you take your second layer and then whoop. Again, don't put glue right to the edge. Do not need to put. No way! Oh my goodness, I did not know that, Lorraine. So do you have two channels then? So was it you that I saw do this card then? Right, so now it's stuck down, you can basically pull it back a little bit. And this is how you get the little sort of more of a cracking fault line look. You see? Easy peasy. Right, let's put a little bit more glue on this one. And as I said, don't put right to the edge, just stick it on. There's lots of variations on this theme, I've realised. So, you know, different people will do it slightly different ways. The reason I did it this way is because I wanted to simplify it for my class attendees, not just simplify it in terms of their experience making it, but I kind of wanted to make it easy for them to replicate, but also for me to prep for. So there's lots of kind of things to factor in when you're running a class. You know, it's different when you're demonstrating just like on YouTube and stuff, because you can perhaps be a little bit more complicated. So there we go. Oh, so it wasn't you, Laurie. Oh, I wonder who I've got you muddled up with then. Maybe it's another Laurie. Is there another Laurie? Oh no, I don't want to use that. Just thinking that's not going to trim very nicely. Oh, it's right in front of me here. Yeah, I'm being a bit fussy. I'm just going to chop that little bit off the side because I don't like it. Come on! Oh! Doesn't want to cut. Don't do this to me. Come on. Behave. Sorry about the banging, everybody. Oh, I need to stand up. Right. You will cut. Alright. So now what you can do is you can peel back and let me just search who it was that did it. Fault line card. I literally searched it a minute ago. I'm getting muddled up then. No, you know what? Who it was? Laurie, I am so sorry. I got you confused with Creative Juice by Lonnie. Lonnie, not Laurie. Sorry. Anyway, shout out for you anyway in your YouTube channel. Everyone go and follow Laurie. Ah, dear. Right, now, in terms of decorating, you can do what you want. Now, the benefit of having these sort of like little areas that you haven't put the glue is that you can stuff stuff in there. So I made full use of that. And I dug out this new gold, I don't know what you call it. What does Stampin' Up call it? Open weave trim. That is basically 50% polyester and 50% PET, which is a plastic basically. So you can't recycle this with your card. And I just cut myself a little piece, and all I did was I tore that in half. And I think some of my ladies were a bit scared about doing that. But I said, just go for it, just tear it in half. And then I folded it in half, and then I shoved it down there with a little blob of glue. So in it goes like that. Just shove it in, and then hold that down. Wow, I'm going to shove a few more things in there actually. So. But anyway, just peel it back a bit, a little blob of glue, because once all that paper dries on itself, it'll be fine. All right, so there we go. You've got a little bit of gold zhuzh happening there now. Then I got myself the little branch punch. I think it's, no, bow punch. Got to get the right name there. Bow punch. Hi, Sue. And I decided I didn't want to use the whole thing, so you can, split this off. So you can cut it there if you want to. And again, shovel in. Or you can cut, well, you can cut any way you want, but the other option I thought would be good was cutting it above the second one. And then you can use that as well. I don't know if I'm going to use all of that. I don't think I need it really. Then I made use of this gorgeous paper, this one here, that's in the new mini. I can't find my little mini catalogue now. Oh, I gave most of them away today. Yeah, it's that gorgeous paper. There's a whole lovely set of it. Sorry, whole suite with some really lovely stamps. Sorry, bear with, just grabbing a catalogue. I've got to find it. Ah, here it is. Floral Delight. This one here. So I'm using this one to do some fussy cutting. So for my ladies, they had a piece of that piece there. But look at all these gorgeous images that you could use. I mean, it's just so happy and spring-like. You could definitely use those papers to do this card. It's so nice. All right, so I went ahead and pre-fussy cut a flower or two, and I think I'm actually going to I think I might just cut that off there. Like so. Because I want to pop that in. I might just pop that there. Not much point in faffing around and cutting too many out, is there? I'll bring that around to the foreground. That can go there. And then this little baby one. No, that's not quite baby one. This is like the medium sized one. That can go in somewhere, be hidden behind there. But I do want some of this dark wood showing, because that is what creates the contrast, you know, for the yellow to really, really show up. So I'm not going to faff around too much with that. So to stick those down, I'm going to use dimensionals, but you could just stick it if you wanted to. Just wanted to glue, if you wanted it fairly flat. Hi, Kay. Hi, Bernie. Bernie's using her work candle. Tauranga Wellness Clinic. If you're in New Zealand, you want to go and get well with Bernie, go visit her on North Island. Oh, how many have you got staying with you, Shaz? Right, that's stuck down. Right, that is basically it. I'm not going to do the just for you, but I will show you where it comes from. This is a new stamp set to me, this one, So Sincere. It was designed by Sandy Hancock, and I just think it's got some lovely sentiments in it. So I just use that one there, just for you, because it covers a multitude of different occasions, and I popped a little bird on it as well. But there we go. That's the basics of how you do a fault line card. Super duper easy. You've got two staying. Oh yes, he moved house. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Laurie. Lovely to see you. You're prepping for a class. Oh, hi, Janice. Great to see you. All right, guys. So would you like me to make another version of this? You're going to have a choice now. Or would you like me to make, I'm not going to make exactly this card here, but because some of my ladies in class today just wanted me to go over the mechanism, I'm going to do a version of this card. So this is what we made in class. And it's one of those like book opening type ones. So you have this really cool book opening one. And I based it on the one that we made in the Magnolia. So if you took the Magnolia Mood class with me, you'll know how to do this mechanism. We did it in class. And I know that I need to write up this and also make it the video and all the instructions and everything available on Ko-fi. So I'm not going to give you the exact same measurements, because I feel that really people who bought the Magnolia Mood should have the exact same measurements. I'm going to do a slightly different version, but do the same mechanism just to show you how it works. So let's see, what do you fancy? Book or fault? Just write book or fault. Oh, Sue wants this one. All right. Oh, the Magnolia sold out, did it? Oh, sorry, Kim. Take care, Heather. Rest well, my darling. All right, so I've grabbed, what have I got? Some bits of paper. So I've got a couple of celebration papers here that I thought I could use. Do something happy and bright. And shall we just go for a white card base, or should we go for something a bit more dramatic? What is in there? Oh, there's Blackberry Bliss in there. You know what? I'm going to go for a bit of Blackberry Bliss. Oh gosh, things are falling around me. All right, so basically you do a normal card base, and that has a side fold to it. So whatever, you know, floats your boat and keeps you happy, do a side fold base. So I'm doing mine, mine was 14.5, and when folded it's 10.5. And then I think to make mine a bit different to this one, I'm going to slightly change the measurements here. I'm going to do, that's a 2-inch. You know what, I'm going to do a 3-inch by 4-inch. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something slightly different. So I'm going to cut 3 inches there, and do my 3-inch by 4 inches, and I'm going to score down the middle at 1.5. Alright, so I'm doing a long kind of pop-up situation, and I'm going to make mine a little bit lower. So I am going to do mine I'm going to do mine. So you need to then cut. Sorry, I was trying to do the maths in my head and explain what I was going to do. So let me explain it now. So that's your inner card, but that's your card base. This is the bit that's going to pop up. And then for your mechanism, you need to cut yourself a piece that's 2.5 by 2.5 inches. I'll write that down. I think that's right, because I need to do 3/4. Oh no, it's 2.25. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Oh, see, I don't do the math. 2 1/4 times 2 1/4. There we go. All right. And then let me just correct myself there. Then what you're going to do is score at 1/4 inch. Then at 1 1/8, which is basically half, and then at 2 inches. All right, so you're going to do 1/4, 1 1/8, and then 2 inches. Score. Then you're going to rotate it and cut at 3/4 and 3/4. So this is your mechanism pieces for your pop out. Okay, so I'm just going to keep that off to one side, because now what I want to do is the fun bit of cutting out my decorative pieces. So I'm going to use this gorgeous bright paper to be the inside, to decorate my inside with. So I'm just going to cut this down to 14 centimeters, and then rotate and then cut that at 10 and 10. 10 and 10. And I think it would be fun to have maybe that on the inside. Let's see if I can cut that out from that actually. Have I got enough? Oh, I haven't got enough. Oh, I've got enough here. All right. So because this measures 1.5, let's go for 1.25 by 3 3/4. So let's say 3 3/4. 3 3/4. So I just want 2 panels to stick inside there. Now, because the inside is quite spectacular, my view is that you don't have to spend so much time on the outside. But you do you. If you want to do that, that's fine. So this paper comes from, it's the freebie, the Toadstool paper freebie, that one. And then this paper comes from like the florally freebie. You probably not, if you haven't got the catalogue, you won't have a clue what I'm talking about. So if I grab the Celebration catalogue, you'll see. So with every £55 spend, you can choose a free item. So we've got that lovely Toadstool type paper, and I have to confess that's my least favourite side. So I'm using this side that looks like little amoebas. Just don't look too closely at it. And then this paper, this was quite popular with my ladies this morning. They like this paper, the bloom paper. Right, so now, let's do a little bit of decorating. Oh, I've got a little leftover thingy-majiggy here. Maybe we could do some flowers, couldn't we? What's that bit of... I had this little piece of lemon lime twist hanging about earlier. Oh, found it again. I think we could cut out a few more bits of that, couldn't we? And do a little bit of a floral decor. This is just an old bit of... Clearly I've used it for stuff, but hey, I don't think it matters greatly. It's got a bit of stamping on. Make use of what you got, innit? Let's see if I can squeeze out another one out of there. Oh, just public information notice. I had a lady come to class today who was saying, Ruth, can you help me? I've got my punch stuck. Just FYI, you can't punch felt. Just to let you know, so that you don't, perhaps get your punch stuck either. Not a good idea. We did make some leeway. We were able to kind of at least get it, slightly moving this morning. So she was going to go home and pick at it and see if she can dislodge more fluff. But no, seriously, punches are not designed to cut fabric. So please do not attempt to do it, because it's wrong usage. Yeah. Right, I fancy some little... Oh, I could cut out some more of these flowers, couldn't I? Or have I got something in my little... You know what, I'm just going to check my little drawer of stuff just to see if I've got any pre-cut flowers. No, I don't. You know what, I might cheat, because I'm in that kind of mood. I'm not in the mood to do any more fussy cutting. I'm just gonna grab my jar of Primas, because I'm at that point of the night. So I'm thinking, what if I put a panel of that on the front as well, just to make it, look like it's all part of the same thing. So I'm going to cut that down to 10 by 14. And I might just stamp a sentiment to stick on the front, or I might not. I'm going to see how I feel. So let's start sticking everything. Well, I think she does know now, Kim. Yeah. Oh, hi, William. Frog spawn says Janice. Is that what it reminds you of? It does. Yes. Pink frog spawn. You're quite right. Right, so I'm just going to pop that there. And, oh, obviously put a little bit too much glue there, so let's cover that up with a flower. Oh, that's rather spectacular, isn't it? I don't want to make it over thick, but I do want to show some of these off because they're so lovely. That'll do. And we can stick some leaves behind there. And there. And there. And there. And then so these are Prima flowers. These are not made by Stampin' Up, unfortunately, but they are very nice. And I managed to snag some in there was an British online store closing down, so I snagged a few. Reduced. But these are Stampin' Up. These are the new antique pearl style gems, and they are so cute. And they're flat, not completely flat, but flatter. So makes them really easy to put on and not create too much bulk. They are very nice. Right, so is there any questions? Yes, Bernie, yeah, you're right. I think she does know to do that, but yeah, I think it was probably one of those moments where you think, oh, that's a good idea. And I've got a feeling because it was the gingerbread one that she would, I think she'd probably just thought, oh, it would be cute to have a brown gingerbread man, which is absolutely, I get it. So, but I just thought I'd pass the information on, not in any way to sort of embarrass her, but just say, don't do it. All right, let's compile then. Still not sure what I'm doing on the front, but oh, I could put some flowers on the front, can't I? All right, so stick your papers on the inside. Now you don't have to necessarily stick paper. You can leave it blank. You can do stamp one sheet wonder. You can stamp down the edge, which is what I did for today's class. And the one for the Magnolia class, we stamped all the way around. So it's very different me teaching classes when on Zoom because people are at their own desks with their own equipment. But when you're teaching with a group of people, you've got to make sure you have enough for everybody. So it's a whole different kind of like ball game, really. So whatever stamping they get to do, I have to make sure that there's enough, because what I do is I do 3 baskets. So we do 3 cards, and then I have groups of ladies using each basket, but there's a maximum of like 4 people working on a card at one time. So I can't have them just sort of keep stamping with just only one stamp, for example. Whereas when we do the Zoom classes, it's a bit easier. So this one had stamping all the way around, and then this one had stamping down the edge. Look, can you see the little spiral made a showing? All right, now you really do seriously have to watch this one, next bit quite carefully. So what we're going to do is take our 3 pieces that have got the 3 folds in it, and you need to fold those back so that, or just put a fold in them so that they know what they're doing. So there we go. So do that to all 3 of them before you are ready to stick. And then you take your first one and you fold it in half. So I know you've got your little flip flaps at the end there. What you're going to do is you apply glue to this end, and you don't need loads, you just need to spread the glue around like that, and then also the other side. So you squeeze a bit of glue out and then spread it. You don't need loads and loads and loads. Just spread like that. Okay, so then this piece is going to be put on the inside, and if it helps, you can sort of push the card up a bit while you do it, and the edge of this has just got to meet the inside corner, and roughly put it in the middle of the card, and you just fold it over and you give it a really, really good squish like this. See you, Deb. Hi, Joanna. Hi, Navarana. Hi, Judy. There's a few of you popped in. All right, so it should make this little tent on your card like that. Okay, so it completely folds down, but it makes you a little tent like that. Then what you're going to do is you take one of these and you put glue on the end like so. And you're going to stick that end, and you're sort of going to hold it so that folds downwards. It's easy if I show you that way. And then you stick that to the top of your tent. So then that wide piece is flat. So then I find it easier to then fold that over and then just give that a bit of a rub like that. Or pinch it, whatever way you want to do it. But basically that is it there like that. Okay. So then what you're going to do is you've got 2 large bits, and then you've got a thin one on the end. So you're going to fold that over and just put some glue on that end section only. Okay, so end section only. And then you're going to hold that down flat, completely flat, and then you're going to close the card onto the gluey bit and give it a really good rub. Mary's watching from my recline because you have the crud. Oh no, Mary. Oh, take it easy, lovely. It was bound to come to you at some point. All right, so then when you open it up, it should just sort of sit flat like that. Right, and then when it folds, it will do that. So then on the opposite side, we're going to do the same thing again. Apply a little bit, tiny little bit of glue. Like that. And then stick that to the top of your tent, your first tent, and open it up if it helps, just to push it and make sure that the glue is really well stuck down. Right, so same again, see? And then fold that back. So folding it so that sits like that. And then put a bit of glue on the final little flap there. And again, hold this down and flat and close the card over the top of it. Yeah, whenever I feel sick, Mary, I always say to myself, I'm never going to complain when I feel well ever again. I just want to feel well. Alright, so there we go. You should have your little mechanism there, sitting there nicely. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take your book panel, as it were, your top book panel. Oh, I've got mine, that sticks out a bit too much. I might have to do something about that. And then you're going to obviously get it ready, but all you need to do then is put a little bit of glue across here and here. And then place that inside like that, and then fold it over and give it a little squidge. Now do open it up just to double check that you've got the placement as you want it. Oops. It's being a bit of a pain. Right. There we go. So when it stands on the shelf or whatever, this sits proud, it sits up a bit. Alright, so that's clearly in a slightly wrong position there. Let's take that out and try again. I'll just unglue it. I'll do another one. I'll do another one in there. Oh, that's come off again. Right, come on. Oh, exciting, Terry. Okay, how cute is that? I'm feeling the need to put a little cute butterfly on there. I'm sure I've got my little gold ones here, my little brass butterflies. I think those would look really nice. So I don't feel that you need a lot, because the flowers are really quite pretty, aren't they? So, those are nice. Right, let's think how we're going to decorate the front. Could put that on there, and then could put a little flower. I've got that left, got that left, got that left. I think it's definitely going to be a by hand card, this one, unless you're going to pay the extra for the postage. Oh, that's exciting, Terry. Oh, Terry, you in the Artful Stampin Space Contacts Facebook group? Just a reminder to everybody, if you ever want to sort of send cards to sort of the regular folk that you see on this channel, there is a Facebook group called Artful Stampin Space Contacts, and as long as you agree not to use people's addresses for nefarious purposes, you can go in there, and you need to also share your own contact deets. for people to, if they choose to send you a card or whatever. So yeah, it's there if you want it. Oh, I know I'm cheating here, but hey, I'm allowed to. Right, I'm pulling some of this apart because I want some of this underneath here. Right. Oop. Too much. I'm being a bit exuberant with the glue tonight. Right. Put that there. Sorry, I can see something right at the bottom that I want to use. Isn't that always the case? Right, that one. That one would be fun. It's a slightly different texture. Gotta have one of these in the middle though. Oh, they've got a lovely iridescent quality, these pearls. They're so pretty. There we go. You've got a bit of green, goldy fluffy stuff. Oh, and I've buried my leaves. Shove those all back in. And that goes in there. Stick one there. Kind of feel like I do need a few more leaves. Okay. A bit more of a selection there now. Oh, the pearls make you think of your mum. Oh, take care, Bonnie. Lovely to see you. There we go. Definitely a more is more situation here. Gotta have more. Oh, that one's coming out. Don't come out. You were happy there a minute ago. You can't have too many leaves, can you? Oh, but we do need another little butterfly. There we go. Right, there you have it. A little book fold style card. So got pretty front, and then open it up, and then you've got that going on. Again, I've not put a sentiment on it because I don't know who I'm going to be sending this to. So I can always add one at a later date, or a little verse or something. Not that I've left room for one. And then on this panel here, I would just put a piece of either like blank or just like a paler DSP to write on. So I'll just reach down, just so I happen to find that. Oh, look at that. That was on my scrap pile. I'll go with that. I'm trying to think which side is cleanest. That'll do. That'll do. Ah, there we go. Hi, Lisa. Oh, I'm sorry, Mary. I think they were getting more under control. Yeah, from what I've heard. Yeah, I've not looked so much today. Oh, I've heard of other fires. So we had a fire in our town on what morning? Oh, Monday morning. Yesterday morning. Oh my goodness, gosh, I feel like so much has happened since then. I was in town about 9 o'clock in the morning. I could smell smoke, and it was that kind of, you know, you just thought, this isn't just a wood fire, there's something else going on. Anyway, then there was just like, you could hear fire engines coming from miles around. We're only in a small town, and so, you know, the fire service are on standby. Anyway, we had loads of firefighters and engines. Anyway, it turned out to be a flat. Funny enough, it was a flat above where we had friends live there, and it's a flat above that flat. Anyway, yeah, no one, I think someone was just treated at the scene, but everyone got out, they were fine. So and then I heard of a dear family in Kenya that we help lost a lot of their belongings in a fire just yesterday, I think it was. And this lovely gentleman has been, if you follow us on oh no, actually I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to identify the person. Anyway, just know that do please pray for this dear family who've lost their home. But anyway, today the team were working with them to find a new place to live, and they did, which is wonderful. So yeah, loss all around the world, unfortunately, but also such amazing displays of, you know, kindness and people willing to help out and donate and get involved and, you know, rally. So yeah, I'm now into double figures. With what now? Shaz. Thank you, Denise. Yeah. Okay, so we made 2 cards tonight. We made the fault line card, which is this style here, which is super duper lovely to do. Denise, this makes a great workshop card if you haven't done it already, and anyone else that runs workshops. Janice, and who else on here runs workshops? Yeah, this is quite an easy one to sort of sort out, because you end up using, even though you cover the whole piece of paper, you're in effect using 3 pieces of 4x4 roughly. So from a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, you'll get your 9 So you need 3 sheets of 12 by 12 if you want to make a workshop for, call it 8 people, because you'll do 1 sample. Oh, Bernie and you, yeah. So, Shaz. Oh, Shaz. Is this the new way to give me a thumbs up? Is just smack it onto your face? Okay, that's fine. You know, I mean, you know, your dedication knows no bounds. I'm deeply honoured. There we go. So that's that. Go back and watch that if you missed the beginning. And then this is a lovely little and such a simple, well, simple when you know how, but not as complicated as you think it's going to be. Little fold. So cute. And I'm looking forward to using this in an album or something, this whole fold. And there you go. All right, do I have anything else to tell you apart from to say celebration has started? So make sure that when you place an order, if you can get it up to the £55 mark, you know, if you're only £10 away, it's kind of worth it just to add a few extra bits, even if it's just glue or a bit of cardstock to get your freebies. So there are a couple of items that you can choose if you spend 110. So there's this double whammy sort of stamp set and die set. I'm looking forward to showing that to you. And I've also got this one, the Corner and Bloom. I haven't demoed with this one yet. And then there's some lovely papers. And oh, I thought I got the ribbon somewhere. I don't know where I put it. I have got this stamp set that I'm looking forward to using as well. So I need to get on and play with those. So there we go. That's Celebration for you. Yeah, I've done a lot of stamp surgery. Do you want a close up of this one? Look, I used it down the sides here, and then one of them there. It just looks so nice with leaves, doesn't it? Just so pretty. Yep. I'm going to use the fault line class. You have maybe 5. Oh, that's perfect, Vicky. Good number. That's a really good number. Oh, have fun with that. All right, my lovelies, I'm off. Take care for now. Thank you so much for joining me. And as per usual, if you've got any questions about products that I've used, then you're welcome, very beautiful. Please do email me. There's my email address, ruthtrice@gmail.com. Oh my word, gmail.com. That'll go in the bloopers reel. Don't tell my sister. Oh, hi Alison. You're welcome. All right, lots of love. Bye. Oh, hi Pam.